The Ashes contest between England and Australia that has been happening in 2023 has been really tense on the field. But off the field, there have been plenty of issues, and it comes with the dreaded R word that is plaguing not just England cricket, but also England society. I am talking about racism. Now remember, prior to the Ashes and prior to this build-up, there were two major incidents that were taking place in England cricket. One was the hearings into the Asim Rafiq case that has haunted Yorkshire for close to a couple of years now. And second, there was an independent commission for racism that was sanctioned by the ECB to look into the problems that is plaguing England cricket. In view of that, there is also a new documentary that is going to be aired on Channel 4 that is sure to raise some temperatures, because in that, Moeen Ali has exposed the racism and the xenophobic, kind of, you may say in quote, racism, xenophobic viewpoints that Michael Vaughan, the former England captain and batsman, has kind of exposed in 2017. That was the starting point of the racism that plagued England cricket and is now wide out into the open during the Asim Rafiq testimonies that has happened in Yorkshire. So what exactly has happened in 2017, and why did Moeen Ali speak about this particular incident right now in 2023? So one of the England journalists had highlighted a particular case in 2017 in which he stated, time for Muslims to expose, name and shame radicalized members of their communities. And Michael Vaughan had said, totally agree with that. Now, radicalized members of their communities before they kill, it is a grey area that has always been a problem when it comes to dealing with extremism. Michael Vaughan said, totally agree. But for that particular response, Adil Ray, who is one of the hosts in this new cricket documentary, the presenter in that, he had said, Michael, what do you want Moeen to do? Because he said it is also time for Moeen Ali to ask the Muslim youth about where they have to stand in this particular issue. Michael Vaughan had expressed this particular thing also in that. Adil Ray, who's one of the presenters in this new documentary, he stated, Michael, what do you want Moeen to do? In between test matches, go around asking Muslims that he doesn't know if they are a terrorist? This is the problem that has come back to haunt Michael Vaughan. Because in the Yorkshire testimonies, he has apologized for it, but it formed part of the major ECB probe that is now currently going on. So what is this latest issue that has really surfaced and is once again plaguing England cricket all over again? There is a new documentary that will be aired in the UK soon on Channel 4 called Is Cricket Racist? It's a documentary that highlights the major flaws of England cricket at this point in time, the xenophobic outlook and the racism culture that has enveloped the society in response to even cricket. When asked about those two tweets that Michael Vaughan did in 2017, Moeen gave a very blunt answer. He said, very silly, dumb really. We need people like him to step up for us as Muslims or any other faith really, and just be a bit smarter. Now remember, if you are a public figure, you have to be slightly smarter and be understanding of all communities and how they function. We just cannot shoot from the lip, or we just cannot shoot any kind of opinion that is there on social media, because social media will only amplify it and make things even worse. Moeen Ali really called a spade a spade. He said that it was really dumb and very silly of Michael Vaughan to have made that remark. We need people like him. Actually, Michael Vaughan should have stepped up and told that particular person who tweeted that no, this particular kind of thinking is unacceptable. We need to be united and ensure all of us tackle the problem. But that didn't happen. So, the past that Michael Vaughan had when it came to his time in Yorkshire and also when his time came up here, it's now coming up to bite him hard, because Vaughan apologized for the tweets in the Cricket Discipline Commission that had the racism hearings in Yorkshire in March. But the Moeen tweets that he had done in 2017, that was the core upon which the ECB's case and the Asim Rafiq case and 3 other South Asian players, that was how the case was formed. And it became such a big issue that now it has been labelled as a clean-up act when it comes to England cricket. This is a major issue that finally, after years and years and years of neglect, they have finally taken the bull by the horns. So, he had apologized for those tweets in March. Okay, he's atoned for it. But the damage that was done 6 years ago, it really did not step up in this case. So, this development is very, very important when you have to look at England cricket, because prior to the Lord's Test, the Independent Commission for Equity in Cricket, the ICEC, they had released a damning report on the racism issue in England, where it highlighted gender bias, where it highlighted stereotyping, where it highlighted racism, a deep-rooted drinking culture that alienated a lot of communities. That was the problem which was plaguing England cricket. And Ben Stokes, the England captain, he had apologized to all of the members who have been impacted by this. Although Stokes had no hand in this, but Yorkshire in particular, where most of England's best cricketers come, when that place was deeply having institutionalized racism, that became an issue. However, Moeen highlighted that racism when it came to, because he said, South Asian players have to be almost outstanding most of the time. Even while giving trials, they have to be outstanding. Now, what is that outstanding definition is very, very fickle. However, white players just get signed. That is the situation that is plaguing and haunting England cricket at this point in time. So, this is the situation that has happened. The tweets that took place in 2017 on this, and also asking Moeen Ali to step up and ask the Muslim youth, where do they stand on this? And then this reaction has resulted in this particular situation 6 years later. Lot of past tweets have been unearthed in this case, and that is why this particular reaction that Moeen Ali has given in this new documentary, it just highlights the fact that he called out Vaughan's tweets as very silly and dumb. So now apologies have been given. Yes, Michael Vaughan wholeheartedly apologized to the incidences that happened in the cricket disciplinary committee meetings in March, but now this new documentary, Is Cricket Racist? That is going to really ruffle some feathers up. Remember, Lord's 2023, the Ashes Test, that still has not died down. And the abuse that has been directed at the Australian players, and in particular to Usman Khwaja, still highlights the fact that cricket's fans really need to grow up and understand the broader cultural ramifications indeed. So, this documentary will soon be released, and let's see what are the dark secrets that England's cricket will be shown in this. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.